Hey YouTube, Mobile Gamers Unite here. A little bit late, but I'm here nonetheless, so I don't want you guys to think that I've just been playing video games on my own time and just ignoring YouTube. That is just not the case. I've had a terrible past couple of days. This loading screen is proof of that, because obviously I haven't been on here to be able to record anything. I'm actually really behind in Last Cloudia right now. I think I have like 200k points to grind out in this event to get the I think it's an armor piece that we get as one of the missions. Well, I have a ways to go to get that, so I'm gonna be trying to grind my ass off today. But the important thing is, a really sweet banner dropped in Last Cloudia, and like I said, your boy wasn't here. So during this time of said pandemic, probably one of the worst things you can do is lose all of your personal information, and that's pretty much what I did. Like, your boy has a wallet like this big. I carry everything in it. I need it. I need it to breathe. I need it to run my business. I need it for everything. And it disappeared. So for 3 days, I've pretty much just been running from house to house, trying to find out where that thing was. Thank goodness, finally, my old lady came out to help me look, and she found it in about, I don't know, about 35 minutes. We raked the yard. We're holding hands, walking through the yard like we're raking a lake for a dead person. And I start giving up halfway through. I'm like, I already looked there. I've already looked everywhere. Finally, I sit down, and my old lady's like, "Come here, you dumbass." And as soon as I heard that, I was like, great, my wallet's been found. Shit, she found my wallet. For the rest of the day, she's going to talk to me like I'm 12 years old. No, she talked to me like I was 8. But you know what? It was worth it. I got my shit back. It was in the most obvious spot in the world. It was underneath a seat cushion. And I literally checked there twice. Like, I lifted up the cushion, I put my hand under there, and because the wallet was stuck, it was stuck to the bottom of the damn cushion, so like I could have grazed my hand on it, and I didn't know it was there. And luckily, my old lady saw that shit in like 20 minutes and pretty much just told me I'm a dumbass, but she saved the day. So that's why I've been gone, just over something that stupid, right? So I figured I would start shooting this video while this game's, you know, patching up, so that I could explain to you guys where I've been, what's been going on. I did pull the new character though. I just call him Monster Yoda, and I am actually very happy with the design of this character. He looks like a creepy little monster Yoda. I'm pretty sure if his name even had a Y in it, there would be some copyright business going on. So let's just take a look at this banner. And not only did we get Yoda, there he is. There he is with his evil red glowing eyes. I love it. I love it. He's awesome. Dude's just awesome. Also, you know, playing through all of this and seeing how powerful this character is, it kind of gives us a little bit of insight on the whole Blaze Garden scenario that happened when the game first launched. First of all, how do you say this fool's name? Lagrobos. Lagrobos. You know what? I'm just going to call him Monster Yoda. That's what he is to me. So when Zuglis invaded, when he invaded Blaze Garden, I kind of, you know, I kind of thought their little battle was kind of funny. Like, Zuglis is throwing everything he's got at him, and, you know, it didn't make much sense why this guy didn't just wipe Zuglis off the face of the earth. Instead, he was like, hey, let's let the kids have a turn. Let Kyle and them go. It kind of makes sense now, because this guy was just toying with Zuglis. The whole scene where Zuglis throws out like a big spell and this guy counters it. I'm fairly certain he countered it with his S4. He didn't even bust out any of his crazy magic. I did go back through the Zuglis fight just to kind of watch that all over again. And it just kind of seems like that's what happened. This guy was like, you know, he threw his best stuff at me, and, you know, I canceled it out with some slop. Let's let the kids have a turn, and, you know, if anything bad happens, I'll just throw an Apocalypse out. It'll be all good. So it kind of makes sense why Blaze Garden originally played out the way that it did now. Looking at this character, because he could have just blown Zuglis away. That's all I'm going to say about that. And on top of creepy little monster Yoda here, we also have, I dare say it, and you can argue this with me, but it's going to be kind of hard to argue. We have the most useful UR arc in the game. I could say it's the most useful arc in the game. Let's go ahead and just look at that first, since it's just so effing OP. Pretty much, I don't care about anything else on this arc other than it says item drop rate from enemies times 1.5. Oh my goodness. This is some of the best treasure hunt in the freaking game. This is going to help you farm everything. This is going to be so effing useful. I keep saying it because I kind of keep feeling it. Hopefully, in the near future, Adis will let us grind out a UR arc. And if they do, this is the one your boy's going to be going after just because of how useful it is. And I mean, it also, after using a special, the special gauge fills up 100%. So you get to double tap your S4, your special, which are like some of the most powerful abilities in the game. It's going to give you that item drop rate, and why not? It's going to give you God Slayer effect, and also damage taken from God types, which are pretty gnarly types, minus 20%. Holy cow. I love damage reduction, especially since I've been like running Roland and kind of seeing what he can do with damage reduction. This is just sweet. It's a great arc attribute. This thing has 435 intelligence, 362 mind, 92 defense. It's even going to give you 203 strength, 44 MP, and a little over 2,000 hit points. That is absolutely insane. That is awesome. I would love to just throw this on any rogue and go out farming. Oh, and it has an amazing skill. All allies special gauge fill 100%. So you can start a fight from scratch. You can drop this skill, and your whole party will have their S4 charged, which is absolutely insane because it's going to charge the character's S4 that has this arc equipped. Then when that character uses their S4, the arc attribute kicks in. After using your S4 gauge fills back up to 100%. So everybody gets to drop their S4, and the character that has this arc equipped gets to drop their S4 and gets to double tap it. That's just absolutely insane. So useful. So useful. This just takes nuking to a whole new level, just because you can just drop bombs just instantly. Use this skill. You got 4-5 bombs to drop, and just wow. I mean, all you have to do now is pretty much set up a party with a bunch of breaking skills, break the boss. As soon as that boss breaks, use this skill, and now everybody gets to drop their S4 twice on a broken boss. And actually, somebody gets to drop their S4 twice. Also, if you run this arc with the other UR arc, remember that UR arc empowers somebody's S4 by giving it an extra 120% damage. So running these two arcs together is just batshit crazy from the back. That's the only thing I can say about it. And you know what? We'll look at that other arc too real quick, because as far as I am concerned, when we are actually kind of comparing these arcs, oh come on, There's one thing I hate about emulators. Oh, the other thing I hate about emulators is I got gypped out of the ranking system for the event that's going on right now because I run this game on an emulator to record for you guys. So that kind of sucks. I wish I would have known that. There's not much I can do about it, so I'm pretty much just going to be getting gypped a bunch of Mother Soul shards, things like that. So this is my new account. Okay, these are the arcs I've managed to pull, right? I have a pretty decent little variety. Nothing like my old account. Okay, the thing is, my old account does not have this. So I do have the UR arc, the OG UR arc that came with Roland. This thing is amazing. We all know about it. It plays very well with the other UR arc. But really, I want the sword off of it, which I'm at 68.4% of the way there. For the Zelbus blade, this is going on to Roland. I've had the pleasure of playing with a Roland that had over 10,000 hit points. He did have the Zelbus blade. He was absolutely unstoppable. He pretty much single-handedly killed the Thunder Chicken, which is a level 100 fight. It's supposed to take a level 100 party. He just wasn't taking any damage at all, so yeah, that just makes me feel a little bit happier about kind of going that way, because as soon as I actually got Roland, I really saw the potential there with him, especially if you have this arc and you have that blade for him. And what this arc does is it lets Roland's S4 be a lot more offensive. So then all Roland has to do is pretty much stand there and not take any damage because of all the damage reduction he gets and that you can build up on him. And then he can, you know, wear the boss down and start dropping his S4, which is empowered to do a lot more damage as long as you have this arc. On top of that, you know, this skill that you get to throw that breaks the boss a lot, and it does a ton of damage. If you take a friend with you that also has this arc, you can drop this skill twice. It absolutely destroys bosses. It makes fights go a lot quicker. You get to a tough boss, sometimes even after you break them, their health slowly goes down. Well, you can drop this skill and it will greatly increase the amount of damage that you're doing to that boss while they're broken. Just from my experience, the stats on this are great. It's given strength, right? So the reason I'm going over this arc is because people have been asking me why I did end up changing accounts. Because when this arc first dropped, I did state in my video that I wasn't going to re-roll an account for an arc, okay? I don't want you guys to think I'm a hypocrite. I had no intention of doing that. Might as well cover this right now. It's only going to take a minute since a few people have asked. I had no intention of actually re-rolling an account and restarting everything. If I would have done that, I wouldn't have even rolled on the Roland banner on my other account. I would have just restarted a new account, rolled the arc, and then done all my rolls on this account. And I didn't do that because I didn't plan to do that. I kind of wish I would have now. But pretty much, I wanted to get my hands on this arc just so I could sample it and see what it was all about, so I could talk about it and, you know, we could have discussions about it. So that is why I re-rolled an account. It's silly, but I did rolls on my other account. I rolled for an hour straight, just back-to-back multi-rolls. Could not get this thing to drop for the life of me because, you know, the odds of it dropping are just abysmal. It's sad. But obviously, as soon as I re-rolled an account, it only took me about 45 minutes of re-rolling, and this thing instantly dropped. I mean, what are the odds of that? So it was kind of infuriating, but I played through the game a little bit, and I decided to, you know, might as well have some fun and do some rolls. And the units that actually came down, I started this account with Summoner Lena, because I really didn't care about the character I started with. I was just trying to roll for the arc. And my whole thing was, you know, if I was going to really, you know, roll an account to play, I would try to pull a rogue. And granted, that was like one of the first things I pulled. And then I started debating. I was like, well, I do have a rogue here. I got Roland. The other character I pulled was Davin. This is what I started this account with. And I was like, well, I've always liked Davin. He's cool. He's a great breaker. I can run him with Roland. He is still a limited character. That is pretty cool. You know, and I have the rogue. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I miss my Tsukasa. I miss Dr. Stone. We all know I miss Kuhaku, okay? Mostly, though, I miss my Zox. That guy was awesome. First chance I get, I am going to try to pull him. It's all in the trick of the wrist. I love how good he is at farming. It's been a huge step back trying to power creep this account very quickly so I can clear content, because I'm running these levels like trying to farm gems. I'm farming like 5 to 7 gems at a time. With my Zox on my other account, I'm used to getting like 25 or 30 of them per run. So that's quite a kick in the nuts. And I'll tell you guys right now, I would probably have 30,000 lapis if I didn't already burn probably 10,000 of it, something like that. Just rerunning levels and trying to get this account caught up so I can actually clear some content, especially with all this juicy stuff that they got coming out. I do want to get my hands on some of these good items. So I really had to power this account up in less than a week. And obviously, at this point, when I just had Davin here and a rogue, I still wasn't serious about playing on this account. And then this is what happened. What's her name? Tenkili the Diva. This one, Dark Tenkili, came down on like the first pull I did on that banner. And not only did she come down, she came down with Princess Leela, and they were like holding hands and making out. It was just absolutely amazing. And I knew right then that I was going to have to give it some serious thought about maybe like actually playing on this account, because now here's a very powerful critical mage. And I'll do a video covering her later since she just redropped. I did have an old video covering her. This girl's absolutely awesome. She has a shit ton of crit with ice. She can also improl ice. This is just in a nutshell. And she can get her damage cap up very quickly. Her skill kit is also useful. It pushes people around. It has good crowd control. I've always thought that she was a huge upgrade over Zexus. So that's just my personal opinion. So to have her and the rogue and the new Tenkili, the little nocturnal one or whatever, she does a lot of dark damage, and she's an amazing breaker. Because my whole thing was, I'm going to be giving up Dr. Stone and this and that, one of the best support characters. Well, now I have one of the best support characters now to build up, you know. And obviously the limited ice mage. And then really the last hurdle to the whole situation was this guy. I kept thinking, I just got Loga on my main account. I just got him, and I've been having a lot of fun like building this character. He can literally melt some bosses. It's just really awesome. So this was the character I was working on. And I really thought, you know, out of all the non-limited characters, this is really the only one I want, other than the rogue, for functionality. And I was like, there's like 35 non-limited characters in the pool. The odds of me pulling Loga anytime soon are going to be slim to none. And wouldn't you know it, he dropped that same day. So then I really, really started to consider this account to kind of be a contender. Obviously, then I pulled on the limited banner, and you know, I got Milim. She's doing a ton of damage. And around this time is when I decided I actually am going to be playing on this account, just because of all the new characters, and I pretty much have, you know, I've recouped a lot of the things that I'm missing. I would still love to have my rogue, so I'm going to be trying to pull for Zox as soon as he comes back. As soon as I get a chance, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I just wanted to kind of catch you guys up, because people have been asking me about that, and I just wanted to let you guys know why I did effectively make the change over here. I ended up really liking the way that Roland runs and what you can actually really do with him as a tank-like character. And I wasn't going to be able to achieve his full potential without this UR arc. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell, and then everything else just kind of fell in order, got all my ducks in a row, and I gotta say, this account now is probably, it has more potential than my old account. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I really miss my Tsukasa. In fact, if we look at the event page, we got 8 hours left on this thing, and I have like 200,000 points to grind out. Real talk, I still have to unlock so much here. This is where I got gypped out of a rank, and that's because I'm running this on an emulator right now. I would also like to take a second just to say, your boy does nothing but organic farming. Man, it is really dry down here today. I have never ran any sort of program, you know, to cheat and to try to get resources or anything like that. But according to Adis, anybody running on an emulator is obviously doing that. Obviously, I have to run on this emulator just to record these videos. That's the only reason I do it, so it's just kind of bullshit that I don't get to have an event rank, and I don't get to pretty much get any of this awesome stuff down here. Let's see. Here we go. Like, yeah, first place was gonna get some Stardust UR. Man, you can use that to level up your UR arc. Ethereon 5 and 4. I could have had a chance at any of this stuff. I would have been happy. I would have been happy at 100th place. SSR times 3 dust. Oh man, I just got shafted hard. Damn, I could have really upgraded that UR arc. But obviously not, because I'm on here recording videos, so I don't get any of these goodies. It's kind of some total BS. Adis, you guys need to come out with a PC client for your own game so that we don't have to worry about this stuff, and I can still record videos and not get gypped out of, you know, 2 or 3 levels of my arc ability for my UR arc, because that's what I would have used the Stardust for. 100 Mother Souls. Cool. Lagrobos Souls, 50. That would have been very nice to have, but I'm not going to be able to get any of that stuff. And in case you're wondering why you maybe don't, it's because you're running in an emulator. So I'm going to have to figure something else out, because I don't know if I'm going to be getting gypped on stuff like that in the future. Alright. So what I wanted to show you guys is this. On the extra challenge, I have cleared the level 100 challenge, but it's only because I used my Tsukasa from my old account. My Tsukasa can pretty much solo this. He can, like, these guys cannot kill him as long as he keeps doing damage and healing himself with Proud Force. It's kind of a little grind, but he can pretty much destroy this level on his own. I think the only other character that's managed to do that was a very, very decked out Roland with like 10k hit points that I'm blessed to have on my friends list. So other than that, I have just been running this extra normal one. You can still get 100 coins from this. Remember to take your rogue, and remember to try to extort. You're only going to be able to get 2 chests out of this unless you actually get your critical up with your rogue and you extort some more treasure chest. Zox does a great job of it. He's got that trick wrist ability. It's all in the wrist. But make sure to get double the coins from this. So that's the best advice I can give about this, even though it's down in 8 hours, and I'm probably going to have to burn a bunch of lapis to get into this myself, because, let's see, there is actually, since this account does not have, since it doesn't have that much gear, I actually want this garb right here. You know, this is a 4-star piece of equipment. I would argue it could be a 5-star. It's got decent stats. It's giving you 113 mind, some defense, MP. It's giving you 30 intelligence, which is nice for a caster. Battlestar, add 10% of intelligence value to mind. This is going to buff up the mind even more, especially on a mage. So all in all, I wouldn't mind having this since I don't have that many items on this account, right? And pretty much I've been clearing everything and doing everything with like a level 70 party. This is it. This is the rogue that I've been running to try to get, you know, more stuff. Here's my Roland. Where's my other party composition? And this is what I've been running to try to actually clear stuff and do damage. I got Roland to hold everybody up. Milim over here, she is pretty gnarly, even though she's only level 77. And of course, we have Monster Yoda over here, looking wicked as hell with those little red beady eyes. And this is it. Like, I've managed to do this since the URR came. This is the most progress that I've been able to make in this account. I've been trying my hardest. I've just been playing to the max. I've been sacrificing Lapis to grind stuff out, and this is the best I could do. I'm sorry, I don't even have a level 100 character yet, but let's see. I'm going to show you guys my where is my friends list on here? I'm going to put out my friends list code so you guys can send me invites, because I would really like to have I would really like to have some more rogues on my friends list, or, you know, just some high profile, high power profiles to help me maybe clear some content. So my old account is still going to be up. Sukasa's up there. He's pretty damn powerful. So you know, guys, take advantage of that. Anybody that can't clear the bonus level 100 level, not the Nightmare 100 level one, but the bonus one, just run my Sukasa from my other account, which I'm sure most of you know, have that added, and Sukasa can get you through it, right? If you would like to use my Monster Yoda on this account, who does have Apocalypse, he's only running around with about 3,000 intelligence right now, because I obviously have to build him, but that is enough. He's just wiping stuff out. Here's my ID, 145619564. Send me an invite. I will gladly accept you. I will have a fairly powerful character up. I did pull a few copies of this little bad mamma jamma, so he is on his way to be pretty damn woke. I'm already at the 400 shard threshold. So, yeah, his intelligence is 2,000, but once he gets into combat, he is casting with a 3,000 intelligence. As soon as you use one of his skills, he gets a 27% boost to his intelligence on top of any buff or aura that you give him, so he can very easily get to 3,000 intelligence. Doesn't sound like that much, but with Apocalypse, he absolutely destroys. In fact, here's his equipment. This is what I'm working with. Pretty typical stuff for him. Yeah, and this is a very basic entry-level build, but guess what, guys? For this character, that is really all you need to clear a ton of content. We will run him just to see what all is good. But here's what I want to like really stress to you guys. We shouldn't be pulling for UR arcs. They almost never drop. Which is why I'm hoping that they, you know, give us a chance to grind one of them out, because I would really like to have that 1.5 times drop rate, since, you know, I've taken a few steps back with my rogue game. It's really nice to see Extort proc, but Trick Wrist used to proc a lot more, baby. I'm just being real with you guys. He is a limited rogue though, so can't wait to get him, right? But pretty much, if you're pulling on this banner, and I think this banner is still up. Look how funny this is. They've been running these limited banners for like 5 days, right? This banner was up for like 12 days because they know how goddamn broken everybody was from pulling on like the second half of the slime collab and trying to get Milim, because she is a little monster herself. In fact, I did notice There's no step up here because I went through it, but this was the cheapest step up Adis gave us. It was $16 to go through the step up to at least have a small chance of pulling this character. You know what? At least they're recognizing that everybody's broke as hell after their last collab and that they need to do something to entice players to even, you know, $16 for a small chance to get a godlike powerful character like this. Okay, I'll do it. At least they're admitting that they kind of know that we're tapped, right? Because this was the cheapest step up that I've seen Last Claudia put out. We need to have more of that. Honestly, I think any of these step ups for any of these limited characters, you should get through the step up with like 15, 16 bucks, at least have a chance, because chances are that's still not going to yield you the character, right? And then you're really on your own. So my advice here, and this is what I've been doing, pull for the character. If you get this amazing arc along the way, yeah, great. That is awesome. Congratulations. You're the 0.01% of lucky players this time around. Make sure to send me a friend invite so I can rock the hell out of this thing. Make sure to put it up on your friends list so everybody can really take advantage of this 1.5 times item drop. It's just amazing. And good luck on getting this Ring of Wisdom. Wow, this just takes any mage to a whole nother level, right? But if you pull the character, stop pulling right there, because you're just going to waste a lot of time. You are most likely not going to get this thing. And like I said, I really do think in the future they're going to give us a chance to at least grind one of these out. Maybe we get to pick one. We might have to wait for an anniversary, something, you know, but it's a lot better than just literally spending $1,000 to get nothing but dupes. Because when the first UR arc dropped, I got like 3 friends that, like 2 of them got up to 1,000 and got nothing, and one of them was at like 700 or 800 and was like, should I keep going? And I was like, no. And guess what? He didn't get it either. Okay, so that is why I literally had to re-roll an account just to sample that arc, and wouldn't you know it, it dropped instantly. So so now we're actually moving on to the character. We will actually run this guy. Matter of fact, you know what? Since I just got done talking about pulling this damn amazing arc, how about this? How about this? Since I've been gone, I feel like I owe this to you. We can live vicariously through me. Here, I'll do a damn pull on it, even though I don't need to, because I have the character. We'll do a pull, trying to get this arc right now, so you guys can watch me waste my resources, and you guys can hold on to yours. You know what, we'll even do some paid pulls, because then that way I can cash out for some of his shards. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, right? Haven't done a pull vid in a while, so yeah, let's get it. I'll just be happy with a red. Honestly, guys, I would just be happy with a freaking red. There are some arcs that I don't have. Ooh, we're starting at a yellow. Oh, and the whole gang's here. It's usually a good sign. There are some arcs that your boy needs to get. I'm starting over from scratch there, obviously. You know, I need to level up some arcs. I need the Thieves Bracer, whatever it's called, so that my rogue can actually farm me some stuff. Alright, what's the hot spot? Right here. Right here. Kyle's got this little gem in his sword for a reason. Bam! Let's go with the red ore, baby. Let's go. We're getting visions. We're already at a red. Can we get a red? Can the red turn into a blue? See, that's the thing with the UR arcs. You got to get to a red, then you need that red to turn into a blue. It's not happening. Oh, it's something new though. Maybe that would be amazing. Yeah, you know what? Your boy will take that. This is new. I did not have this. Let's see. Let's see. That does have something that I need. Okay, and I have done enough pulls to finally start getting some of the, you know, Trust Masters, the R Trust Masters, some of the SR Trust Masters. What is this thing? A scale that lets you breathe underwater. I don't think that's SR worthy, but hey. So that's nice. This account's kind of getting caught up to kind of where I was. You guys got to figure when I first started playing Last Cloudia, I never really concentrated on any of the heroes. I spread my resources out so I could do a ton of different reviews on a bunch of like the non-limited heroes. And if you go back through my channel, I have reviews on characters that honestly I had no business reviewing because I was never going to play with them, but you know, I just wanted to put some content out. Physical damage boost force to enemy size. Yeah, I remember this. This is Baylen's. Okay, fast crit. Nice. Sword boost. Nice. That's very good for Rimuru. Sword boost actually increases his damage more than strength does. Some of my Discord buddies, props to you guys, tested that out for me, so that's good because I have Rimuru. I have had somebody say that they have Rimuru at 80 SC, and they were saying that obviously Yoda, Dark Yoda, is outcasting him, which does not surprise me. I think with Rimuru you have to really use his skill kit and spells together. Mine's only at like 40 SC, so I can't really be the judge of that. But I'm hearing mixed things about Rimuru. I really think it's all about how you play him, how you build him, and we'll have to see. He has such a fickle kit to put together. I'm still trying to figure out stuff myself, but fast crit I can use. Sword boost, great. Advanced aim vitals, not aim vitals, advanced. I'll take that. Sorcerer Slayer, no attribute attack, rise. That's nice to have in the back pocket, and I believe this thing, what is the Arc Ether? Man, what is the Arc Ether for that? I'm sure it's some kind of amazing badass sword. So we at least got our red. It was something new. That's cool. I'm actually trying to work on getting the Tristan gun, the gun that is like best in slot for Celios. I need that arc. I forget which arc it is. And you know what? Let's do one over here too. Oh, I'm spoiling you guys today. Really though, in the grand scheme of things, this is a spit in the bucket. That UR arc is not going to drop off of a couple of these pulls, but I'm doing it so you guys don't have to, right? We're starting at a blue, and at least we got the party running up with us. Maybe we'll get some cinematics. Maybe we'll get a red, probably not. I'd also like to point out, this is what a true 5% looks like. Like, I did a 10 pull, at least one of them was red. The other game I'm playing right now, I could do 5 of these, and I might not even get a red. So I do want to point that out. You know what? I might as well treat you guys. We might as well just dump the whole rigmarole, right? We only got 3,000 lapis left anyway. That'll leave me with 1,000 lapis to try to clear this event. And I might as well just go with all the paid ones. But yeah, in the Romancing Saga game, I have noticed it's supposed to be a 5% rate like Last Cloudia. In Last Cloudia, every couple of 10 pulls I do, I'm always going to get a red. Sometimes I get a couple reds, right? We at least got that going for us. Kyle, I wish you would have brought your friends along. It's kind of discouraging. We started with a yellow, but you got no one backing you up. I do got to say, though, in that game, I could do 5 of these, and I might not even see a red orb. And that's just been the reality of it. At least here we started with one. So this is what a true 5% rate looks like. That is one of the things I do like about Last Cloudia. They're not lying to us, at least about that. Yay, we got the Yggdrasil Rod. Cool. Alright. So now, let's look at Monster Yoda. This guy's an absolute, there's just an unwritten rule where if you make a character look like Yoda, he better be effing God tier. And that's what I see this as. I see this as the epitome of the Roland tier. Pretty much after this, the only way they're going to be able to outdo these characters, they're going to have to straight roll out just gods. You know, we're going to be messing with deities and gods and demons. At least that's what I think. Super Saiyan Rey should be he should be a little ways down. I know we're going to get some kind of limited version of Rey. I can feel it in my damn bones. Alright? So let this be a lesson to you. This is what your pulls are going to come out like. You might get some reds. The odds of them turning back into a blue and turning up as a UR arc, slim to none. Do not waste your time. Just get the hero. Because, guys, if you go balls deep for that UR arc, you're probably not going to get it, and then you're going to feel twice as stupid when, you know, on the next anniversary or something, they actually let us grind one of these arcs out, or earn one of them, or pick one. I got a feeling they kind of are going to have to do that because these things are so damn rare. So that's all I'm going to say. If I had any more lapis right now, I'd do one more pull for you guys. It'd be nice to get one more red, but hey, what are you going to do? I do need to save some of these lapis so I can grind out this event. You know what, just because I was feeling lucky. This one's going to be red. This one's going to be red. I can feel it. Ah, the feeling went away. It didn't load quick enough. I'm sorry. Hey, sometimes it just takes a single. Just not this time. Well, at least we have Kyle's friends running up. The teamwork is big in this. Alright. There we go, right on that red spot. That's why Kyle's sword has that little red thing in it. Oh, here we go. One more. No. No. First world problems. Oh, you know what? At least we're getting trust masters. Right, that should tell you guys that I'm actually getting trust masters on these. That should tell you guys how many pulls I have done just to power this account up, just to get Yoda, and actually get him kind of powered up, because I'm going to be using him to clear content. So forget about this. Let's actually talk about this nasty little monster Yoda with his red beady little eyes, and I'm sure he has bad breath too, but you wouldn't say that to him because he's an absolute monster, and he has Apocalypse. Fun little fact about Apocalypse, you know, I kind of thought it was going to be like a Shining Zoc on crack, 150 hit combo. No, apparently when the Apocalypse comes, it's one hit and you're done. That's it. The Apocalypse gets you in one hit, baby. That's it. There's no suffering. It's just rapture. And that's pretty much what this guy has. We will run Apocalypse. We will cast it. That is part of the reason why I held off on making this video in the first place. I needed to unlock Apocalypse on him, right? So I could at least be somewhat of a decent judge of that and what it's worth. And that took me grinding a lot of gems, neglecting the event. Then obviously my whole wallet fiasco happened, and that set me back a few days. So here we are now. Alright, let's look at stats. First things first. His hit points, not too bad for mage. MP, 333, 333. I'm digging it. He has plenty of MP, right? Apocalypse costs a lot, but I have no problem running this character with like 400 or 500 MP. He's also going to recoup some of those MP when he's throwing around his spells. So all in all, I haven't really had to add too much MP to him. He's got enough, right? He also has 136 strength. Here's kind of the funny thing about that. If you guys, and obviously you guys have played through his little event, we're talking about the character that almost died because he fell in the snow. Dude just fell face down and was like, that's it, I'm done. All these monsters came up and he was just like, oh yeah, here, Crimson Flare. And then he remembered, oh wait, that's right, I'm a badass mage and I can make fire and keep myself warm. Alright, maybe this isn't the day I'm gonna die, but, you know, this guy almost died from falling in the snow. And he has 1,036 strength base, 707 defense. His intelligence is 1292, which doesn't seem right for somebody that is going to die in the snow when they can make fire. I don't know. His mind is 1058. That's very important because he does get a damage reduction based on his mind. That is super effing OP. I'm always talking about how that's amazing for Roland because he can get that 50% damage reduction while he's doing his attacks. Then you add 20%, you add 10%, you add some of this, some of that, some of these, some of those. Pretty soon, your Roland is, well, he's got 90% damage reduction when he's shucking and jiving and using his moves. That's absolutely insane. Give Roland 10,000 hit points. He'll never die. So, I absolutely love these abilities that just straight up give you damage reduction. On top of that, his damage reduction scaling off of his mind, it means you're going to have a super high mind. Magic's not going to hurt this guy, and even physical attacks against him, he's going to get a damage reduction. It's in his ability, it's in his traits. Is it Arcane Boundary? Nope, that's what powers up his spells. Arcane Boundary. Magic attack damage taken minus 30%. Oh, wait, this is it. Sorry. It's getting ahead of myself. So, yeah, magic attack damage taken minus 30%. Minus 30% on top of already having over 1,000 mind. That's insane. This guy is just going to be taking 1s and 2s for damage from Shining Zoc. Always cut some damage from enemies. Always means physical damage. It means every type of damage, right? And it says the higher the mind, the bigger the cut. We want that cut, baby. I want that mind as high as possible. That's pretty much what you're going to do with this character. You're going to build up his mind for resiliency. He's going to be damn near immune to magic damage, and then he's going to take a nice cut from physical damage. You can't go wrong. And then he even gets, I believe, non-attribute attack shield. So great, there's another 20% damage reduction to non-elemental damage, which is the majority of damage for the most part. Very nice all in all. Just so nice to have, right? And then he has sorcery boost origin because he's an OG, man. Like, I don't know how many thousands of years this little dude is. Imagine how strong he was when he was young. Jeez, I couldn't even imagine it. Why is the God of Ruin even around? This guy would have destroyed him when he was young. But sorcery boost, casting speed plus 20%, you know, like, sorcerers just get on their knees for that. And on top of that, magic attack damage plus 30%. Sorcerers really get on their damn knees for that. Oh yeah, and magic attack damage cap plus 3,000. Okay, sorcerers do a lot more than get on their knees for that. And all three of those things, he has them all bunched up into one crazy awesome trait. Arcane Boundary, crazy awesome trait. Just absolutely amazing, right? And then we actually kind of look at his skills. I know we're jumping around a little bit. We're going to look at his abilities last because they're their own thing. Okay, and I'll get into that. But go from traits to his skill list. Arcane Charisma. Magic damage cap plus 2,000 for all allies. Only when he's alive. So this is why I wanted to go from this from traits to the skill list. Because, get this. From this trait, he gets a damage cap of 3,000. Right? He gets 3,000 more to his damage cap from this trait. Then, from this charisma, he's going to get another 2,000 damage cap. So are all the allies around him. These do go together. So, he's going to get an extra 5,000 damage cap to magic. Now, this is going to be used for elemental magic. Okay? And we'll explain that. Elemental magic like Crimson Flare, Diamond Dust, Grand Cross, all of these tier 3 or 4 different element spells are really going to bank off of the extra 5,000 to the damage cap that this guy can have from this skill and from that last trait that we read. Okay? So he is like this is like the Super Mage starter pack. Alright? He's got all the tier 3 spells. He's got, like, what, 5 elements here? Light, dark, lightning, earth, ice, fire. The whole damn rigmarole, right? And then if that's not enough, if you're fighting something that is just damn near immune to everything, he can be like, oh wait, Apocalypse. I can just drop Apocalypse on your ass, and guess what? You can't resist that. A very powerful non-attribute attack against all enemies Damage cap 99, 99, 99, 9, and I think I missed an effing 9. Yes, this is going to hit for like 1,000,000 damage. Okay, that is enough to just put a lot of things down, and especially considering he can spam this thing. Okay, it's not that long of a cast. If you're good at timing it, if you know what to look for, as soon as he's done casting one, you can have him recast it again, and it just becomes crazy, right? It's just like overpowered, like Yoda, little Darksider Yoda here is. So as far as actual element spells though, right, you're not going to see any specialization. This is where the SC comes in that you add, right? But the passives he gets magic up max, magic up, what, 5, MP up max, magic up 5. So you're getting 20% MP, 12% to your int, 15% to your int, and then arcane up 5 is like a special thing. It's intelligence and magic points up another 10%. That's crazy. So he's getting 30% MP and then 37% intelligence just off of this. And obviously all of this powers up any spell he throws, no matter what element. He gets auto advanced circles. Forget about having to cast advanced circles. He ain't got no time for that. He's too busy throwing Apocalypse. It's nice to have auto advanced circles for free. Yeah, no attribute attack rise, because guess what? This guy is throwing no attribute attacks. He is. His whole kit is non-attributes. We'll talk about that. Remember, he has this. It definitely helps a little bit. This is not going to help with Apocalypse, I don't think, because this is attack damage, not magic damage. But let's be real here. Apocalypse doesn't need that much damn help. It's Apocalypse. He has no attribute shield. I love this. Damage from enemies from non-attribute attacks minus 20%. I put this on Roland. I put this on anyone I can. This is a great shield. This thing's like 11 SC. Don't quote me on that, but it's a lot of SC that this thing costs. And no attribute attack rise is also like 11 SC. Don't quote me on that. They're very expensive. Pose of Honor. When defeating an enemy, recovers 5% MP. Great. That works very well when Apocalypse costs 70 MP to throw. Archangel's Blessing. Mages love this. At the end of battle, recover 30% of your MP. So when he has like 600 MP, you're going to be recovering a nice little chunk just from having this for free. Immovable Object. This is important. I had to get a movable object for this character before I could really take him seriously, because you don't want him to get interrupted while he's casting Apocalypse. And high level magic champ. Don't get me wrong, he's still very usable without a movable object and high level magic champ, but when the fight starts, you're going to want to run off to a corner and start casting your spell. It's going to take you a second and he could get interrupted. But when he doesn't, the map's cleared, right? Running this guy, I've actually had to take Apocalypse away from him because I didn't want him to just one-shot every freaking map. I wanted my rogue to have a chance to maybe, extort some people here and there. Am I really asking for that much? Apparently, because this guy just destroys everything, right? Thaumaturgy. No. I'm gonna get this. Thaumaturgy ring. Okay, you know what? I can't even see the damn thing from here. They're all blurring together. You know what? It's this ability. The higher the magical power, which in his case is high AF, the more powerful the physical attack. This is going to let him... I haven't tested this completely. I don't know if this is just for his basic attack or if it's for his skills too. It's one of the things I'm going to test next. Either way, I think it is affecting his skills because they just do a ton of damage. It's ridiculous. Even if it is just his basic attack, which I don't think it is, because this is one of the one of the higher tier skill tree skills that he gets. It's at the very edge. It costs a lot to get this. I think it is special to him. I could have sworn I've seen something similar to this, but I thought it only affected like basic attack. His might actually affect his skills, which we're going to talk about next. Of course, we have staff boost and staff high boost. Why not? And they gave him quick trigger. I did not unlock quick trigger on this character yet. Guess what? I didn't know that because this guy just starts the fight with skills proccing every 2 seconds. I understand how my other characters can proc their skills so quick. They have haste and auto haste. This guy doesn't. I straight up still do not understand how this guy's skill kit charges so effing fast. We will showcase that here in a second. And mine still does not have quick trigger. I did not have the gems to put on this. I was too busy getting everything else that, you know, actually makes him an amazing caster. Magic Aura. Yes, casters get on their knees for this ability. They all want it. They all want it. And of course, he has Beast Alliance. Don't forget, this guy is a beast. He runs awesome with Doggo. And I do have to say, I've seen a lot of Doggos on the friends list. I didn't pull him on my original account. I just got him because I did so many pulls on the UR arc, the first one that came out. I didn't get the arc, but I ended up with so many freaking pity points that I managed to get Doggo on my other account that I'm not really playing. Doggo is very damn powerful, and a lot of people got him, and a lot of people are using him. I see him on the friends list, especially now on this new account. I've had to work my way up through the ranks. There's been Doggos all over the place. He runs awesome with him because of Beast Alliance. And hey, you can always throw Ray in there, right? It's also going to be nice to see what other beasts they release later on. Beast Alliance is always going to be useful. It costs an F ton of SC, right? So this is like the super duper mage starter kit. This guy has everything in here pretty much to throw tier 3 or 4 spells at a very powerful rate with a super high intelligence. What he doesn't have is specialization. He does, and we're only talking about the different elemental spells he has. He doesn't have specialization in any of them because there's no room for that. You're going to have to add that with your own SC. What I mean by that is, say you want to use Grand Cross, and you know, he has that for free, so you don't have to pay for it. So what you do is you give him Earth Critical. You give him Earth Magic Rise and Earth Magic Rise 2, the one that adds 10% damage and then like 20 or 30% more damage. I already have some of those on this guy because I have been using Grand Cross. And you get your crits, and then you can actually build this guy up with some crit, and your Grand Cross, your Earth Magic will start doing crits. And you know, from there you can do the whole what is it called? Proud Force? I don't know. Does Proud Force, it heals off of crits, but I don't think it heals off of magic crits. I don't know, but anybody has an answer to that? Because off the top of my head, can't think of it. So leave me a comment, let me know. Comments are always open, right? But this is the way I see this character. You're always going to have a bunch of different avenues to do different types of damage, no matter what your opponent's resistance is. Find what your opponent's weak to and start throwing that spell if it's powered up, because it's going to cost a lot less MP than throwing Apocalypse, which is 48, but it costs like 73 once it's empowered. So for a lot of mobs and stuff like that, you might just want to use one of these elements, right? And since you get all the top tier spells for free, all you have to do is spend 6 SC for that type to have a critical effect, and then maybe spend 20 SC on increasing the damage of that type, and then this guy's going to be able to cast elementally with the best of them. Now, does that mean that like other mages like Elza are going to be a weaker mage than him when it comes to fire? You know, that's debatable. I honestly don't know. I could maybe test some of this stuff out on my old account. I don't even have Elsa on this new one. But here's the thing. Elsa gets a special bonus. She gets to empower her fire magic. I still believe that Elsa, with her empowered Crimson Flare, is going to do more than this guy's Crimson Flare. Okay? And it might not be much more because he's going to be able to empower his stuff by adding SC to it. But she has a custom power-up ability with Crimson Flare. And I honestly think that's how it should be. I think her Crimson Flare should do a little bit more than him because guess what? She's stuck to just fire. He has all of the elements. So I would hope Elsa, Eliza, however you want to say her name, I would hope she could crank out just a little bit more with her triple cast Crimson Flare than this guy can with his Crimson Flare. Alright? Because at the end of the day, he can always pull out Apocalypse, and there's just about nothing Elsa's going to do that's going to be able to keep up with Apocalypse. So that's how I feel about comparing this mage to other mages. Is this guy a must? Do you have to get him right now? Do you got to go mortgage the freaking house? Here's the thing. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I wanted to get him because this is a new account, and I don't have a mage that's powered up. I was going to start working on Sea Princess Leela. She can cover ice for me and do a bunch of crits. But I just figured if I got this guy, I wouldn't be wasting any resources because I don't have a mage built up. Fact of the matter is, as cool and as awesome as this is, and I'll actually show you gameplay, if you have a dedicated account, you probably have access to this type of damage already anyway. If you have your Tsukasas, you know, all built up and, you know, dual wielding with his best in slot spear and this and that, you're already going to be cranking out so much damage that you're not going to have a problem hitting 1,000,000. You know, does that mean that you shouldn't be super greedy and get this guy to add with your Tsukasa? Hey, that's all up to you. But he's a limited character. He's not going to be that easy to get. At least you can pull the new UR arc along the way if you get lucky, right? So do some pulls for him if you can. Do not break the bank. Chances are you probably have a dedicated mage already that's going to do... Probably have a couple dedicated mages covering different elements. And he's going to be able to keep up with their elemental magic if he's built the way that they are. But some of these specialty mages, like Elsa, they have like a special power-up just for their type of magic that this guy's not going to have. Alright, when he throws Crimson Flare, 3 of them aren't going to come down from the sky. Just 1 is. Alright? He's still going to be able to cast very quickly and effectively. He's going to be able to spam. All that good stuff, right? And when push comes to shove, he can throw Apocalypse, which is non-elemental. It is very nice. But if you need to do non-elemental damage, you probably have a badass Randy laying around if you have a dedicated account with a Mana Blade. There's different ways of cranking out non-elemental damage. It is pretty cool to watch Evil Yoda do it, though, okay? So that's kind of how I see this character, right? He has all the good, strong, powerful, important stuff. All you need to do is add, you know, obviously it's not going to be practical to give him critical light, critical thunder, critical earth, critical, you know, I could understand teaching him all of those so that depending on which fight you're going into, oh, you know, this boss is weak to earth. You know what? I'll bring Grand Cross, and I'll bring Earth Critical, and I will bring Earth Magic Rise. And obviously, if there's some mobs that have some sort of resistance to Earth because the boss is weak to it, then maybe you can throw out an Apocalypse and clear them out with that. Okay? So all in all, pretty gnarly character. Very nice for a new account that doesn't have a dedicated mage. This guy's definitely worth building. If you got lucky and just pulled him on the first pull, congratulations. Speaking of which, if you did, do you need this guy's, do you guys need this paywall, his paywall item? do you need his paywall item? Let's cover that real quick. We might as well. Close. You know, I really don't think you do. I think this is one of those banners where if you just got lucky and pulled him on the first pull, here's his paywall equipment. The spiritual robe. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty gnarly, right? 49 magic, 10 MP, 41 defense, 151 mind. Battlestar adds 20% of intelligence value to mind. Remember, his mind is what gives him his damage reduction. So this is a lot more useful for him specifically, right? Damage taken from attribute magic attack, minus 10%. So that's very nice. Obviously, we have the magic cane. This is not his paid weapon. This is just something we grind out right now. When using a skill, it gives temporary 27% intelligence buff. That works out very well for him. But obviously, you can give him a staff that's got way higher stats than this and really takes him to the next level. You can dual wield this guy and just give him 2 staffs that are just dumb shit crazy from the back. I would just like to remind you that these staffs that increase your magic crit or bank off of some sort of crit, that's only going to work with his elemental magic, because I don't think you can get any sort of non-elemental crit with Apocalypse. It just does a ton of damage. You don't need to crit with it. It's going to be hitting for 1,000,000 anyway, right? And these items we just recently got, they're really good for a mage. There is a staff for this little man that we can grind out right now. It's their levels in Blaze Garden. I haven't unlocked them yet because I have to go fight Prince Roland. I'm just about there. I'm going to take this party there and I'm going to dump all over Roland's face. I just wish I could get some of his paywall items. I just want those damn boots. That's the one thing I missed out on. I even had enough of the things to get it, and I just forgot to get it. Still kicking myself in the ass. But like I said, even with Roland, you can give him a better armor, like the golden armor, than he comes with, and you can give him better accessories. And as long as you have that sword from the UR arc, you will have a gnarly ass best in slot build for him. He will just be a damn juggernaut. So that's what I'm doing with mine. But this is why I need to clear the event, because these are the best items I have. And obviously Milim here, just showing you guys some items. This is what she's got. It's nothing too amazing, and it's definitely not her best in slot, because she has a dual wield build, which was just doing absolutely ridiculous damage. I'm sure you guys have seen some of the videos. She had like 40 million attack or something stupid. Definitely love this girl. I just think she's awesome, and with the UR arc, her S4 does so much damage. It's absolutely sick. So there's her equipment. I got Mr. Ramaru. I'm just showing you guys the best equipment that I have on this account, since this is the first time I've actually showcased my alt account. No, this is a lengthy video. Thanks for tuning in so far. But it's pretty much just his stuff too, right? Nothing that amazing. And actually, Roland. Oh, that's another thing I was excited about. In the, what is it called? The Red Ore Store, you can actually get Loga's Tree Whisker Blade. So that got me excited, because I was like, damn, not only do I have Loga on my main, but like I have those swords for him, and they go a long way. I think I can salvage a build for Loga and still make him melt people's faces off if I get his Tree Whisker Blade and some other blade that has good damage and has some sort of effect. I'm definitely going to be working on this guy. He has 30 out of 75 abilities unlocked, so this is where all of my time has went. Yeah. Oh, and here's Roland. He is rocking a Hercules blade. He doesn't even have light element on his weapon yet. It is nice to have a blade that's 160. You know, I'm comparing this to when I first started playing. I didn't have stuff like this, and I managed to get some of this stuff pretty quick. Right? So this is what my Roland's looking like. Obviously, I would love to have his paywall accessory, but I don't. I'm going to have to do without it. But Roland's been doing pretty good. He has been holding people up so that Monster Yoda can just start dropping bombs and pretty much finish everybody. And Millim is just a dream to run. Absolutely love her. These are pretty much my 4 characters that I've been running and clearing everything. You know, the 2 collab characters, Monster Yoda, Roland, who I really didn't think I would like that much. And I'm going to squash the debate right now. People have always asked me who's stronger, Roland or Baylen. Okay. Alright, ready? And if I catch any hate for this, I don't care, because it's honestly how I see it. I obviously traded an account with a built Baylen so I could start an account with Roland, even though I had Roland over there too. Roland with the UR arc is different than Roland, okay? So is Baylen more powerful than Roland? Baylen's going to outdamage Roland, okay? That damage becomes a lot less once Roland actually gets the UR arc and that sword in it. Okay, but Baylen can get the UR arc too. Baylen's going to out-damage Roland. Yeah, I said it. And his charisma's a little bit more nifty than Roland's. Yeah, I said it. Baylen can also die. Okay? I've seen Roland's that literally cannot die. Okay, so damage over time, Roland's going to kill that effing boss because the boss is just chewing on a tin can. Roland's standing there not getting hurt. And then it's just, okay, let's wait for our S4. Alright, let's spam our S4. So that's the way I look at it. That's why I really like Roland. I didn't think I would like Roland as much as Baylen. You know, I'm going to be real about it. I thoroughly enjoy playing Roland. I think he's the first actually powerful damage over time tank that really works in this game, and that is probably the main reason why I switched over, because here I have the UR arc for him. I want to see his full potential. I want Roland to go out there and just hold up a whole freaking army while evil Yoda over here can start casting 3 or 4 apocalypse. And Millim here, she is just apeshit crazy. She does so much damage. She's a little bit awakened too, because on the last step I did pull a bunch of copies of her. So that's what I got to pull this account. We still have the experience boost on her. Fortunately, these characters are level 88. That's the highest character level I have. These are my 4 heavy hitters that I've been using to clear everything. And this is the rogue that I'm working on right now. He's 43 out of 103 abilities. I don't even have 3 of his extorts. And as far as equipment go, it is pretty basic stuff. Ooh, I got excited because I got Davin's t-shirt from a bottle drifting in the ocean. I don't remember how I originally got Davin's t-shirt. I thought it might have been Davin's paywall item, but it wasn't. But yeah, I got Davin's t-shirt, and I was kind of happy about that because I missed that thing. So other than that, the next character that's going to get built on here is Loga. They really like names that sound like that in Last Cloudia. Oh, you know what? And I do have to say something about this girl, Nocturne Tequili. She is amazing because you can give anybody a heal. She's not going to be able to heal that well, but she can break down the enemy party so freaking much. And then her skill kit does so much. She improvs dark. She does a ton of dark. She slows people down. She does so much dark damage. It's ridiculous. And her abilities, some of them are like AoEs. They're just going to hit everybody. So very excited about this girl. She's at 32 out of 104. I'm going to be working on her as a support and extra dark damage. It just works out well. She runs well with Millim and Rimaru because they can push people back. You know, she runs great with Roland too, so I was very happy to get her. I'm going to be working on her. And this is this whole account in a nutshell. So, let's get to some fun stuff. I think I had a party set up with just Monster Yoda in it. Oh, there he is. Okay. I am going to swap this because she's going to be doing this stuff. He might as well learn something from it. Damn, something. Yeah, like I was saying about Yoda, if you're going to go with an element, then add crit to it. And then, you know, you can also just add crit to Yoda in general, because that is going to, you know, let him crit with his skill kit. And if you have critical with the type of magic that you're using, then you're obviously those other crits are going to help you get crit with your magic. This is going to eat up some SC, right? But it's well worth it. Well worth it to make him specialize in a certain type of damage. Let's see, crit up to... What do I want to put on this? What do I want to put on little man? And obviously I put weaken. A lot of magic defense up for that damage reduction that I like so much. And here's the thing too, he casts so quick that you can put like accelerate and haste on him and stuff, and he can put that on other heroes kind of as like a supporter. The point is, he can cast so quickly and competently that he doesn't just have to bring attack magic. Like before I start, I throw recast on him, so he can drop Apocalypse left and right. It works out very well for me. What was I going to do with... Oh, I actually want to get Mage Leon on this account. Guys, leave me a comment. Let me know if anybody has Mage Leon and they have actually tried it on Rimuru. Let me know how that works, because I have a feeling his S1 would absolutely wreck with Mage Leon. So if anyone's ever tried that, let me know. It's one of the things I've wanted to do. I'm a long ways off from doing that. Jeez, okay, cool. Here we go. We're going to give him this, because this has fast critical. I want to teach him fast crit, so that, like I said, when I do want to take a specialty type of elemental magic, I can get the crit for that element, and then fast crit will feed into that, you know. And then what was the other one we were talking about? Proud Force. Even if magic is not going to work with Proud Force for this guy, depending, I haven't really messed around with that too much. I don't really have too many dedicated mages. It's part of the reason why I wanted to get this guy so bad. Oh cool, I got 1,000 lapis. Yeah, even if that doesn't work, it will work with his skill kit. That's what we haven't covered. I wanted to talk about his skill kit when I actually ran him. Let's go to the White Lab. We can fight that ogre at the very end, one-on-one, just so we can see how Apocalypse hits. You'll see just like the 1 damage come up. You guys can pause and see exactly how much damage it is. But that's why I'm trying to teach him some crit abilities right now, just for future reference. Alright, so we'll go to the White Lab, and what is it? Alabaster Nightmare? Is there a Purgatory? No, just normal and hard. Alabaster Nightmare, solo run. We're not taking any friends with us. So I'm going to showcase his skill kit. Keep in mind how fast this charges. I don't have any skill charge on him. None of that. I don't have anything to empower his skills. These are just his skills. In fact, some of his skills aren't even leveled up to all the way to level 3. This guy is only at like 78 out of 110 on his skill tree. So just keep that in mind. So first things first, he just beats people with a stick. Unlike other mages, he actually smacks people. That's cool. We'll do his S3 because it procs so quick. Kind of got cut off there. Let's do his S1. I like it. He smacks everyone and then shoots out a lightning bolt that pushes everybody back, and it does substantial amounts of damage. Absolutely love it. It's great. Also, when this guy gets hit, because of all that damage reduction, you know, he's pretty solid. He can take some hits. So here's his S2. Notice how he jumps back and forth. Okay. To me, that looks exactly like Yoda. That is one of the best things in the modern Star Wars movies, is Yoda with a lightsaber. doing backflips, absolutely destroying people. Here he goes, bam. Here's that S2. There's Yoda just jacking you up. And this dude's dead already. So, unfortunately, I was kind of hoping he'd last a little longer than that. We can try to throw an Apocalypse, but I'm scared that he's going to punch him one more time before he tries to cast it. Okay, we're casting Apocalypse. Here it comes. Apocalypse comes. You can run around. There's all that damage. Trust me, it's enough to kill this guy in one hit. But what's really cool is while Apocalypse happens, a lot of times this guy can start throwing his skills on top of that. It seems like it time stops just for a second. It really doesn't affect him. There's been some fights where I've thrown Apocalypse and got to throw his S4, his Pilates. I know it's Pilates or something, but I like calling it Pilates because it's just funny to think of Monster Yoda. He does Pilates, and that's why he's so fit. That's why the fool can do backflips, man. No support. Let's go through that again. This time we'll just one-shot him. I'm not even going to power up his Apocalypse. Why do I keep forgetting Apocalypse? Jeez, I should know about Apocalypses. I've been through enough of them. So, yeah, here we go. S3 charged. Boom. That's cool. It sucks everybody in and then kind of blows them up. He can be interrupted by robots with missiles, as you can see here, but just about every character can. It's all about knowing what your attack range is. I mean, that's the best way to interrupt an enemy in this game that's charging up a powerful attack, is hit them with an attack that has a wider range. That way you're reaching them, they're not reaching you. That is what one of Millam's weaknesses is her attack range is so low that it can be interrupted, which gives you a reason to play her so that you actually make sure her attacks hit. But look at that. This whole backflip back and forth. It's taking a page out of Kohaku's book, which is really awesome because it's one of my favorite moves that Kohaku does is that thing. It's really nice that he has it. Makes him completely different from any other mages, right? Because no other mages are doing that. They're shooting some kind of little beam out of their staff. Oh, this guy's straight up just beating people with an ugly stick, and it's pretty damn gnarly. It's not getting interrupted. Here comes Apocalypse in one hit, 190735. You guys can pause it and see how much damage it is, but it's definitely enough to kill the Tempest Ogre instantly, right? But you know what? This is too easy. Let's actually go kill one of these Liches. The Lich is kind of a fun fight because he disappears and he sends a bunch of his little cronies to fight you. So he can kind of get around Apocalypse. I have pretty much insta-killed him, depending on how I buff my character up. You know, if you can hit him with Apocalypse once or twice before he can summon those little minions of his, he will just instantly die. But fighting those minions and trying to proc extort on them and trying to proc extort on the Lich is what's going to get you 4 treasure chests instead of 2 in the new event. So if you guys are having a hard time getting enough gold to buy that Ethereon or whatever else is there, that would be my advice. Make sure you bring your rogue. Did I miss anything here today? Okay, no. After this, I'm going to be finishing that up and then going through the story. Because there's apparently a really badass rod to unlock for this character. And I'm going to want to do that. Man, I wish I had some event rank. It probably wouldn't be that great anyway, but I'm sure I'd still be in the top 200, the bottom 200. I'd still be able to get something. Alright, so I go to the Soul Stealing God. We can go straight for this level 80 fool. Let's take somebody with us, just to kind of get in the way and hold people up, right? We'll go over what we actually have on him. Kind of a mismatched kit. He's only got 58 SC, mind you. This guy's level 70 something, has 58 SC, right? I'm only bringing Grand Cross. I don't know why I got regenerate on him just for schnitz and giggle. Should swap that out for high regen. It doesn't matter. He never really even uses it, especially now that my Roland has God Heal. It's so nice that he can medic. Also, Weaken. Weaken is nice to put on him for when you are using an elemental attack. You know, obviously, if I'm going to try to clear stuff out with Grand Cross, I'm going to hit people with Weaken first. Very easy for him to cast because he can cast it quick. And obviously, Recast. Recast is 2 SC. It's so worth it to put Recast on this guy. That way, you're just casting Apocalypse much quicker, right? As far as passives go, I try to give him some hit points, some MP, and magic defense. Magic defense is what I want for this guy to have for that sweet damage reduction. You know, things like backfire, I don't even need a lot of these things. They're just kind of in the way. Oh, he does have quick trigger, but I'm actually eating up 6 SC to have quick trigger because I didn't unlock it in his skill tree. So as soon as I spend the gems on that, I will go down to 52 SC out of 58, and I'll probably be able to use skill charge 3 and stuff like that. So okay, that's what's going on with that. So this is what his setup's looking like. Very simple, entry level stuff here. I even have some attack up on him, even though most of his damage, I believe, is scaling off of his intelligence. So really should just take that away. Where was it? Yeah, let's give him a skill charge. He does have breaker because he can hit you with that damn ugly stick, and it's nice for him to be able to help break you. I mean, this guy has the free SC to do that, especially if you're not setting him up to excel in elemental damage. You're going to have the free SC to put breaker on him. He can break people with a stick. Once they're broken, apocalypse, 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 and that's it for you, son. So this is what I'm going to run him like. Level 79. You guys saw his equipment. We will bring this girl. Here we go. So this is the level 80 level. You can grind out 2 chests from this instead of 1. I suggest you do that. Bring a rogue with you. Hit critical. Try to hit extort. There's not enough people on the friends list using the Beast Hunter arc. If you level that thing up, it can do a lot for you. You know, it can help you get a lot more drops. I'm always looking for a rogue on my friends list, or I'm just looking for any character that has that Beast Hunter arc so I can bring mine and I can double tap it. Real simple here. Should I even put his aura up? No, all I really need to do is recast so I can start casting faster. And I don't even really need to do that. I'm not going to weaken him. We'll just go straight for the apocalypse, right? And watch how much MP he gets back. He should get some MP back after this. So there's more than half of this thing's health gone. Now, if I use one of his skills, which doesn't even have to do all that much. Oh, great, look. He summoned his little buddies and he disappeared. Now that I use one of his skills, he's going to get 27% more to his intelligence. So let's actually look at his stat. His intelligence is not even 3,000. That's right, because Roland's not here to give him that extra, 5-7%, whatever. So this is very subpar, guys. He's not even at 3,000 intelligence, right? This is a level 80 boss map. He just pretty much wrecked him with 1 apocalypse. And let's see. He still has 473 magic points left. It's like that apocalypse didn't cost him anything. Here's the second one. It should finish these fools off, and it's giving him back a bunch of MP. The more targets he hits with it. So there we go. I used a skill to power up his intelligence again. And now we're going to finish this fool off. Again, I don't think I have to increase my damage cap to... I don't know if that's going to do anything for Apocalypse because it has its own damage cap. Once I get his int high enough and actually test some of that stuff out, I will. So, you can see these guys are pretty much dead now instantly from just that one apocalypse. That one hit. And then we're just in time for Pilates. Here we go. This is his S4 with the U arc on him. It's absolutely ridiculous because it's 120% more damage. This thing does a lot. It does, especially when you're throwing it next to Apocalypse. Okay, obviously Apocalypse did a lot more than Pilates, but he gets those Pilates pretty quick. Like, he charges up all these skills pretty damn quick. Like, they're always there. I don't know if you guys can tell. He's not exactly taking damage. He's the only one here. I'm not running a full party. And actually, this took a lot longer than I thought because this Lich keeps getting lucky and he keeps phasing out when Apocalypse hits. So, I can get through this. I think my fastest clear time was like 9 seconds or something. It's just Apocalypse, Apocalypse, you're done. Oh, here we go. This one should hit them all. And really, they're not doing much damage to him, right? And actually, look at this other character. She's down to half health. His health never budged. I don't even have any self-sustain on him yet, okay? There is no healing built into this character's kit, in case you're wondering. I know in the storyline, he busts out this crazy huge healing spell on people all the time, and he heals them up. He does not come with that. You have to add your own healing if you want. And like I said, you can extort that Lich. I have managed to get 2 drops from this level instead of 1. It's nice to get 2 tickets at a time instead of 1. It makes your orbs go a lot longer. And on the bonus level, you're going to get 2 drops. If you extort and trick wrist, you can get 4 drops. So on the level 41, you're getting, each chest has 25 gold coins. You're getting 50 for 2 of them. Well, if you extort, if your rogue does his job, then you can get 4 chests. That way you're at least getting 100 coins per run on the bonus level, right? These extra challenges, even this level 40 level is giving you 5,000 experience to go towards the event gear and stuff that we're trying to get. The level I just ran, which was a level 80 level with the Lich, is only giving you 1,400 experience. So actually these bonus levels are where you're actually going to get most of the event experience you need to clear all the quests in the event. It's also going to give you a lot more of the currency that you can spend in the shop to be able to afford that Ethereum for 1,200 gold or whatever it is. I wish I could have given you guys the rundown on this. I'm sure you all know already. But hey, there's still, 10 hours left. It's what your boy's going to be doing. Go through, see what you need to finish up and get through this, and do it, right, before the 8 hours is up. So, the extra nightmare level, like, I can do the hard one. With my level 70 characters, I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. Guys, this account is 10 days old, something like that. The first UR arc dropped, 15 days ago, not even half a month, something like that. So this is the best I could do in such a short time. I'm not using any programs to cheat or anything like that. I've been sacrificing a lot of lapis just to rerun levels, and it's just so I can get to the point where I can start clearing stuff like this. I'm almost to the point where I can clear this extra hard level. It's not easy fighting them. And like I said, my Sukasa off my other account, he can pretty much just destroy this by himself. I'm gonna miss that guy. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna miss Dr. Stone too. I'm not even gonna try the extra nightmare one until I actually have all my ducks in a row. I feel like to do these levels, these are for the last Claudia aces. I'm no longer one of those because I'm a level 20 profile. Level 20 is not that bad for a fresh account, but your boy's really been putting in work here. Obviously, I'll start attempting these level 100, nightmare scenario levels once my whole party is level 100 and they have more than 50 SC on them. But I do think that Monster Yoda is definitely going to help me with that. It's definitely going to help a fresh account be able to cheese some stuff. Alright, so that's what I think about this. That's what I think about this character. That's what I think about this arc that I hope that I can get soon. Adis, you need to do something about that, damn it, baby. You need to do something about that. We need a chance to get some of this awesome content. We all want it. Give us a chance. Hit like if you agree. Give us a chance to grind one of these bad mamma jammas out. You're rolling out these UR arcs. They're great, but guess what? They're not great if nobody can get them, okay? Right? I'm not going to re-roll my account again for another UR arc. I can't even do it because then I'd be giving up a UR arc. So we need a way to grind those things out. Yeah, something that doesn't involve some sort of event rank, because I'm instantly going to be cut out of that for making content for our community. So think about that, Adis. Think about that before you guys really shaft me. Thank you. Alright, so everybody, sorry about the long vid. I had a lot to cover. Trying to kind of consolidate a couple videos into one, answer some of your questions, give you a sneak peek at my new account, tell you why everything played out the way that it did, give you a progress report, and also give you a rundown on this character, what I think of him, his potential, god tier, the different builds for him, and obviously what I think of this new UR arc, and what I hope Adis will do in the future, and give all of us a chance. You know, give us all a chance, Adis. That's all we want. You got some dedicated players. We've been with you through thick and thin, damn it. And you guys know you've pulled some bullshit, okay? Not even going to get into it. You guys know you pulled some bullshit. That's why you didn't sneak a third character in this collab, because you guys got punished for that, and you know it. Other than that, though, I will say this. I love this game. I don't think I could restart on another game. I don't. I'm not that type of player. Like, you know, I get 12 days into a game and I lose the memory card and I lose all my progress. I'm going to be hard pressed to restart that game all over again. Well, guess what? I restarted this game and I actually had fun playing through it again. Obviously, I got to mix it up and play with some different characters, but I still had fun throughout the whole experience. And I still have some lapis I can grind out here. Oh, that's right. We just burned through a bunch of my lapis. That's right. This was a pull vid too. So hey, all right. But yeah, I still have some lapis to grind out here. I have to get to Roland's, His Highness's castle, and I have to go whoop his ass, and then I have to see what these new challenging levels are at Blaze Garden, because I really would like to unlock those items. I doubt my account's strong enough to handle that shit yet, but hey, maybe if some of you with high power accounts send me some friend requests, maybe you guys can help me cheese some of that stuff. That would be pretty awesome. Or anybody that needs to use a monster Yoda to clear some content, send me an invite. Mine's up there. So, oh, also, last question, and leave a comment if you know. The Blaze Garden VIP card. If anybody's grinded that bad boy out, please let us know exactly what kind of awesome items are available upon grinding that out, because I'm going to have to start making some decisions here soon. Like I said, this account does not have the best gear on it, so depending on, you know, what Blaze Garden gift card is giving me access to, the VIP card, I might want to start feeding Therion in here after I finish the UR arc right here, which is at 68%. We're doing alright. But honestly, I think right now, as soon as I'm done with this, the second choice is probably going to have to, I'm going to have to take it back to a throwback, okay? We're going to have to go with the pirate ship, right? And this thing is, well, it's at 10%. Didn't even know I got a dupe of this along the way. I just feel like this is going to have to be a must, because Bangle the Master Thief, I don't have Zox, and even if I did, this could be carried over to him. but I'm gonna really have to build up my rogue. Rogue game is so important in this. You know, getting a boost to drop rates is just huge in this game. So I'm going to be working on my rogue next, and I'm probably going to have to sink a bunch into this. What are you going to do? So, like I said, though, if there's anything in Blaze Garden that's really worth something, I might have to deviate. So if you guys have any of that knowledge, please let me know. Other than that, I'm going to be working on energy. It's hard, really, it's hard not being able to level arcs up, like, because on my other account, like, all these arcs are like level 9 and 10, all of them, including some other arcs that I don't even have on this account yet. Don't get me wrong, I still think I did pretty good, but I am missing a few key arcs. I'm missing all of my limited arcs from the past collabs. Secret of Mana arcs even had some nifty stuff on them. I like the conversation ability. It's only 3 SC, and it gives you like a light regenerate that stacks with other things. I like that thing, and I'm never going to be able to get that arc again. But I have a UR arc for it to show for that, so hey, I had to make the choice. That's what I did. So I hope this explains to some of you, answers some of your questions about why everything played out the way that it did. I hope you enjoy the sneak peek on my new account, and best of luck to all of you pulling Monster Yoda and this sick-ass UR arc, which is so goddamn useful. It makes me sick. And if you do get that thing, put it up on the friends list. Everybody's going to want to use it. Yeah, if not, throw Beast Hunter up and put a rogue up, and everybody will want to be your friend, because anybody that's in my position, we're all trying to farm right now just to power out the characters that we do. So, Mobile Gamers Unite, thanks for listening, everybody. Sorry about the late vid, and I wish you all the best luck. Comments are always open, and it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Peace, everybody.